Good evening, everyone. My name is Raul Hinojosa, and I am the Interim Assistant Vice President here in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. It's great to see all of you, and we're so excited that you're here tonight. We have a fun evening planned. But first, before we go any further, I'd like to ask if you join me in giving a round of applause to our entertainment for tonight, the Jazz Bites. So the Jazz Bites is a subset of the entire 18-piece Texans Jazz Band, and they are extremely talented musicians and also STEM professionals. So our quartet today is Paul Westbrook, Jerry Burnham, Ron Yovine, and Bill Salee. So one more time, thank you so much. So I have two roles. I had to introduce the band and thank them for their wonderful music, and then to quickly hand over the program to the host of our event. So that is my other job for tonight. And I am pleased to introduce this person. This is one of my favorite people that I get to work with here at the university and connect with in the community, and that is Dr. Alicia Makaye. Dr. Makaye is a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and co-founder of GXA, an IT solutions company that helps businesses take command and control of their information technology. She is the A in GXA, the business that she founded with her husband, George Makaye. She's very involved in many great organizations. I see her all the time in the community, and she's always making a difference in our region. She's a U.S. Air Force veteran, and also Alicia is an alum of UT Dallas. Dr. Makaye frequently speaks and participates in activities that foster youth development and encourages youth to consider a profession in information technology. She recently gave a keynote address at our Multicultural Achievement Ceremony where we honored our Spring 2022 graduating students. She had the whole room captivated with her advice on finding your passion and learning as much as you can from every experience. Dr. Makaye is an outstanding alumna of our university and also serves on the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion's Diversity Advisory Council. And recently, she received the 2022 Green and Orange Award for her service to the university. Please join me in welcoming one of my favorite world changers, Dr. Alicia Makaye.
Thank you, Raul. Good evening. I'm going to say that again. Good evening. I would like to thank you for joining us today. I am Dr. Alicia Makaye. We are delighted for you to join today and basically come and celebrate our heroes in the world of chaos, and as well as our sheroes during this unprecedented phase of change in America. The evolution of a historical pandemic led to economic losses, high inflation, social justice issues, increased food insecurities, and mental health challenges. In addition, we saw our students challenged with uncertainties about their education goals. However, before we move on with our program, let's take a moment of silence in honor of the millions of people that lost their lives due to COVID-19 pandemic, and also those that lost their lives in the recent senseless gun violence. Let's take a moment of silence, please. Thank you. The Star-Spangled Banner is sung by Matt Windsor Johns, director of the Galveston Gender Center.
Please stand if you don't mind, right? And sing it with me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Let us remain standing. Let us remain standing for the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice, and Sing, sung by Dee Lambert, Director of Administration and Operations from the Office of Facilities and Economic Development.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberties. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that our dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Now you may be seated. Thank you, Matt and Dee. Dr. Yvette E. Pearson is Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the University of Texas of Dallas, a Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Dr. Pearson is recognized globally for over 25 years in higher education, particularly for her work to advance sustainability, justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. Please welcome Dr. Pearson.
We should have had the band playing some transition music. All right. Get situated here. Thank you. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. This is my first Diversity Awards ceremony, so I'm very excited to be here. Initially, we were having some talks in the spring about the possibility of putting it on hold for a year, but Ms. Rosie started getting phone calls and emails, and people were wondering, when are we doing it? So in true Rosie Peterson fashion, she said, we are doing this, and it's happening in June. So we're so excited that we're able to have it. On behalf of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, or ODEI, it's my pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 2022 Diversity Award celebration. At UT Dallas, we are proud to recognize excellence on our campus, in our community, and amongst our partners. Excellence in education, research, service, and community engagement that results from the many backgrounds, identities, cultures, disciplines, and experiences of all of our comic community members. Over the past 13 years, we've recognized students, faculty, staff, and community partners who have helped advance the university's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We cannot accomplish our goals without the contributions and efforts of all of the champions of diversity who help make UT Dallas an equitable, inclusive, and welcoming campus. I'd like to take a moment to recognize several of my colleagues who are part of our presidential cabinet who are in attendance tonight, some of whom you'll hear from. I also have the pleasure of welcoming my colleague and counterpart from UT Arlington, Dr. Brian Samuel. And so we're very pleased to have you, as well as our corporate partners, our advisory board members, external and student advisory board members here. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce my boss, the president of UT Dallas, Dr. Richard C. Benson. Dr. Richard Benson is the 5th president of the University of Texas at Dallas. With purpose and passion, he has prioritized diversity, equity, and inclusion in a way that is unmatched by leaders at other universities. This includes a significant revision of the university's strategic plan, which not only includes DEI as a major theme, but also integrates DEI-focused strategies and aims throughout. Also, the appointment of a full-time, though not inaugural, vice president for DEI, for which I'm personally grateful. And I want to acknowledge my predecessor, Dr. Fair, who's in the audience as well. And then not only that, because a lot of places stop at the appointment. In addition, he makes sure that we have the resources and the support to enable our ODEI team to lead the campus in efforts to extend beyond achieving representational diversity and inclusion so that we can ensure that all policies and practices at UT Dallas are built on firm foundations of justice and equity. So with that, I would like you to join me in welcoming President Richard Benson. And now I need the exit music.
Thanks so much, Yvette. Thank you. Well, thank you, Dr. Pearson, for those very kind words. I'm very pleased to be a part of this event tonight as it provides an opportunity to highlight UT Dallas's long-held commitment to diversity and to recognize several individuals who have been especially impactful in advancing the broader goals of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Specifically, our recently updated strategic plan states that, and I quote, UT Dallas commits itself to integrating principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion into every level of our organization and operations. And this is not a new commitment from UT Dallas. A few milestones in the DEI progress at UTD include the following. In 1996, the Women's Center was established, and today it is known as the Gallerstein Gender Center, named for Dr. Carolyn Lipsche Gallerstein, who served as the Dean of General Studies from 1975 to 1987. And Dr. Gallerstein, or Dean Gallerstein, was a fierce advocate for women and education. The Multicultural Center was created in 2003, and it provides cultural programs, educational resources, leadership opportunities, and support services to increase diversity at the university. In 2007, Dr. Magali Spector was appointed as the first Vice President for Diversity and Community Engagement. And that position was held then by George Fair from 2014 to 2022. And Dean Spector and Fair were charged with all matters related to the creation of a diverse community of scholars, students, staff, and advisors to foster inclusiveness and opportunity. As the scope of the office expanded with a focus on equity, it was renamed the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, or ODEI, in 2021. And it was then that Dr. Yvette Pearson took on the role as Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And I will add, she has provided tremendous energy and leadership in her first year here at UTD. So thank you so much, Yvette. And this is where I would like to take a moment to talk about the work that is taking place in ODEI. Our team has helped Comets become culturally competent, embrace and celebrate diversity, and find community where they work, while they work and study at UT Dallas. And they have done this in concert with staff, partners, and supporters both on and off campus. And I want to especially thank Rosie Peterson and her team in the Department of Institutional Diversity Initiatives for leading the way in recognizing and celebrating the efforts of everyone throughout our university who is making UTD ever more equitable and inclusive. So thank you. So it takes everyone, awardees, staff, faculty, students, and partners, to ensure that UT Dallas is, and again I quote, a place where members of the community from all backgrounds are welcomed, treated fairly, and encouraged in their pursuit of excellence. So on behalf of all at the university, thank you for your efforts toward this very worthy pursuit. Please enjoy the rest of the program. Thanks. Thank you.
Y'all got to give me a minute, just a second. Dr. Benson, he used his own. Hold on, Dr. Benson, I'm coming. Okay, thank you, Dr. President Benson. Okay, the Jazz Bites is a subset of our full 18-piece Texans Jazz Band. The Texans Jazz Band is composed of members with STEM degrees. The Jazz Bites Quartet consists of Paul Westbrook, Dr. Jerry Burnham, and Ron Lovins, and Bill Sally. For more information, they have a website that you could visit, but before we move on, we're going to take a dinner intermission for 15 minutes. We would like to have just a little bit of fun. And so at this time, while you're still eating, keep eating, because this is just a nice little, this is called a fun break. So y'all keep eating, and we're going to do something very fun right now. We are going to give away a door prize. So somebody tonight is going to be the lucky winner, and we should have a wheel to come up on the screen. Y'all keep eating, just keep eating and just enjoy. Oh, there it is. All right, okay, so this is my virtual show going on right now. We're gonna click to spin. Everybody think click, 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 click. It's spinning, oh my goodness. Hold your breath, because you may be the winner tonight. Okay, let's see who the winner is. Taja? Taja, okay, we have D. D is going to, hold on, Taja, just a second.
Tonight's first door prize is thanks to AT&T's Diversity and and Inclusion Division. So thanks for their donation of a wonderful Samsung Galaxy A13 phone. So congratulations.
Wow, congratulations. Now, that is a great door prize. So I have to give you a little bit of secret. We're going to do one more door prize, and it's going to be at the end. So if you leave early, must be present to win. My name just may get pulled. And so we're going to do one more door prize at the end. And so we're going to allow you an opportunity to win one more door prize. So I'm so excited that we're going to get a chance for you to win something else tonight. So stay tuned for more information. Okay, so we want to get the program, continue to move the program forward tonight. You can continue eating. Don't stop eating. Y'all just keep eating. Just keep eating, please. At this time, we would like to recognize the faculty and staff and students and community members who are the UT Dallas Diversity Champions. Please welcome Clay Gable, a Student Diversity Advisory Council member, to present the Student Diversity Award and Student Organization Diversity Award.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is our honor to recognize tonight's Student and Student Organization Diversity Award recipients. The Student Diversity Council, of which I am the president, comprises student leaders who provide perspective, input, and advice to the Office of Diversity and Community Engagement. The council addresses the elements of student diversity in ways that move beyond simple tolerance and more towards embracing and celebrating the rich dimensions of diversity contained in everyone. The Student Organization Award is presented to a student group that has demonstrated a commitment to diversity and leadership. This year's Student Organization Award for 2022 goes to the Friends of MSF at UTD. The Friends of MSF, more commonly known as Doctors Without Borders, MSF is the French name of Doctors Without Borders, is an international independent medical humanitarian organization and translates to Doctors Without Borders. They provide medical assistance to people affected by conflict, epidemics, disasters, or exclusion from healthcare. Their teams are made up of tens of thousands of health professionals, logistic and administrative staff bound together by their charter. Their actions are guided by medical ethics and independence and neutrality principles. They are a non-profit, self-governed, member-based organization. MSF was founded in 1971 in Paris by journalists and doctors. Today, they are a worldwide movement of nearly 65,000 people. Here to accept the award is Zaina Syed.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zaina, and on behalf of our organization, I would like to say thank you so much for the award. It means a lot to the officers and the members as we've been working tirelessly these past few semesters to make an impact on our local community here at UTD, but also our global community with the help of our parent organization, MSF. This support from the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion will do nothing but wonders in helping us with these efforts. So again, on behalf of Friends of MSF at UTD, I say thank you.
The next award is the Student Diversity Award. Each year, this award is given to an outstanding current undergraduate or graduate student. The student must be in good academic standing with a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or above, involved in events sponsored by one or more of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion departments, and exhibit leadership skills through campus involvement or community service. Josue Fonseca will receive the Diversity Award for the Outstanding Student for 2022. During the last 4 years at UT Dallas, Josue fully immersed himself in the undergraduate experience while striving to make the community a better place for students. As a first-generation student, he leaves a positive impact on those he interacts with, including through the Terry Scholars Program and the Joint Admission Medical Program known as JAMP. He excels as an advocate for other students because he is able to draw from his own experiences overcoming hardship. Josue is driven as a continuous learner, not just to pursue a career in medicine, but to minimize social disparities for underserved groups. Furthermore, he gracefully merges his academic strengths and passions to help others as a future physician. This fall, he will begin as an MD, MPH student at the UT Rio Grande Valley School of Medicine.
Hello, everybody. The walk up here is so long. It's, but I want to make 3 big points today, and thanking you for giving me this award and nominating me. The first one is about college being more than just an education, than just a degree. I always tell my mentees that it's important that you're out there making friends, getting to know people, and networking. And today, my friends are all here, so they're at this table there. And they came here to support me, and I want to emphasize this because that is a definition of diversity and inclusion right there. My friends coming, me making a diverse group of friends, and them coming to support me. My second point is UTD made me realize that I have a home here. Growing up, you know, I kind of lived a difficult life at home, and I found myself in high school to kind of not have a home anymore. I was kicked out of my house. And I was able to come to UTD through the Terry Scholarship Program and find a home here, find who I am, and realize who I am as a person and what I want to do with my life. The last point I want to make is UTD's emphasis on even using this day, using this space to allowing me to speak. A lot of people in my family never had the chance to speak in front of people like this. Like, they're doctors and professors, like, y'all are amazing. And you're giving me the chance to speak in front of you. So thank you for the award, and thank you for giving me the space. Thank you.
Thanks, Clay. Now we want to transition our program. Please welcome Dr. Cal Edgerton, the Vice President of Development and Alumni Relations, to present the Community Champion of Diversity, the Corporate Diversity, and the Outstanding Hub Vendor Awards.
Thank you, Alicia. So before I begin, last year we honored Alicia with the university's Green and Orange Award, and it's the university's top recognition for volunteerism of an alum. And I think you're trying to earn that award again next year. You've been everywhere. We're going to have to start paying you. You're doing great. Thank you. Okay, this year I have the privilege, and I do this every year, so I really am grateful for being invited back. But I have the privilege of presenting 3 awards to deserving recipients in the categories of Community Champion, Corporate Diversity, and Outstanding Hub Vendor. Each of these honorees being recognized tonight has demonstrated a deep commitment to diversity and inclusion, has led efforts to build a culture of inclusion and an appreciation for multicultural values on our campus and in the greater community, and has thirdly organized, conducted, and supported events and activities that promote cross-cultural understanding inclusion, and acceptance of individuals or group differences. So in short, these members of our broader Comet community have been nothing but steadfast supporters of UT Dallas. So first up is the Community Champion of Diversity Award. And this year's recipient is Laura Ramirez, founder and CEO of 3 DEI Consulting. As an advocate for UT Dallas, Laura has served in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusions on their Diversity Advisory Council, provided financial support for the Academic Bridge Program, and worked with her company's Latino and LGBTQ+ employee resource group to secure support for our Comet Cupboard and UT Dallas's Retention Scholarship Fund. Laura also mentors first-generation Latina students through a virtual mentoring circle and helps connect UT Dallas students to career and networking opportunities. Laura previously worked at our longtime corporate partner Ericsson, and with her employee resource group there, helped to establish a scholarship to benefit UT Dallas students. So please join me in welcoming Laura, if you'll come up.
So I don't have anything prepared. I don't have my cool cell phone with notes or anything. I'm going to speak from the heart. I just want to say thank you to UT Dallas. I've had a long relationship with them for over 5 years. 5-6 years. It could be longer, but I'm going to continue that partnership and relationship. They have followed me, and we've been partners since my time at AT&T, my time at Ericsson, my time at Invitation Homes, and now my time with building my own company around diversity, equity, and inclusion. I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve on the board, the advisory board of diversity. It's a true honor to be able to serve in a capacity. I wish I could do more. I wish I had more time to volunteer more and to give back. But I guarantee you that no matter what company or where I am, I will continue to advocate for UT Dallas and the work that you continue to do for the students here on campus. And to hear stories like we just heard, where this is home, they find a place, that sense of belonging, and you're creating communities for students and opportunities that otherwise students wouldn't have. So I encourage everyone in this building, in this room, if you are not volunteering, if you're not giving back to UT Dallas in some capacity, lean in and help, because students that maybe potentially don't have the same opportunities that you once had, they need that opportunity. They need that chance. And any donation, whether it's in-kind donation or monetary donation, it's going to go a long way for UT Dallas. So again, I encourage each one of you. I'm not going to put a challenge out there, but maybe I will, okay? But again, the work that I do here, it's not work because I love working with UT Dallas. I love the partnership and with my fellow board members as well. So thank you for this recognition. It was unexpected, wonderful surprise. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Well done, Laura. Thank you. Congratulations again. Next, Capital One is one of UT Dallas's most generous corporate partners. The company has a philanthropic focus on advancing equal opportunity through racial equity, affordable housing, small business support, workforce development, and financial well-being. To date, Capital One has contributed more than $573,000 in support to UT Dallas while providing volunteer support for crucial programs across the university. The company supports the Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship and has sponsored several capstone projects, including the Innovate Her program to encourage young women to enter business and entrepreneurship. In addition to programmatic funding, Capital One employees have volunteered for the Young Wise Investigators program here at UT Dallas as mentors and research competition judges. Most recently, Capital One has expressed an interest in connecting their employee resource groups with UT Dallas's first-generation students, programs to provide ongoing and volunteer and fundraising support. So please join me in congratulating this year's Corporate Diversity Award recipient, Capital One. And accepting this year's award on behalf of Capital One is Girish Bachani, Senior Vice President and Divisional Chief Financial Officer, and a member of the UT Dallas Executive Board. Girish, come join me.
Thank you, Kyle. I'm going to be relatively brief, but essentially, I have been associated with UTD for the past many, many years, and I know that UTD attracts the best of students. I know that firsthand because many of my neighbors, their kids are now going to UTD. Many of them are merit scholars, and they choose UTD because of programs like this. And UTD has just grown significantly and become a major part of the community. And this does not happen by accident. These programs they require a significant amount of energy, a significant amount of leadership. And you can see that over here itself. I mean, you have Dr. Benson attending this event when he's got many other things to do, but that's making a massive statement to the program itself. You've got many others as well. You've got Dr. Hassan, Dr. Ravi Prakash. I mean, this is not an easy thing to do. You have to have a commitment, and without the leadership, this would not happen. The last thing that I would say is, I'm proud of working for Capital One. We have, I'm accepting the award, but I'm really doing it on behalf of the associates. And we have many individuals who actually partner with us, and they are the ones who are the leaders. They are the ones who are making things happen. You've got Nicole, Lee, Malik, Kim, Peppo. They are the ones who are on a daily basis coming into the program, helping the students, and we look forward to increasing it even in the future. We have not started going back to the offices yet, but I know that we used to have programs where we would bring in kids, students to campus. We are going back to the office in September. What we're going to do is make this program even bigger and better with the support of UTD, and I look forward to the partnership for the next several years. Thank you.
Thank you, Girish. And congratulations again to your Capital One family. For the next award, I will be presenting the Outstanding Hub Vendor Award. And that goes to Logotricity. All right. The Logotricity team has graciously participated in every single Hub Vendor Fair at UT Dallas and participates in UT Dallas's employee engagement group events throughout each year too. So I've been told they always have the best giveaways, which probably explains the longest lines and highest energy levels at their table during those vendor fairs, but they might have an advantage. We are so pleased to recognize Logotricity at as this year's Outstanding Hub Vendor Award recipient, and we look forward to a continued partnership in the future. Accepting this award on behalf of Logotricity tonight is Mr. Jordan Payne.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here. I live in New Orleans, but I've been working with everybody for about 9 years now, so it was really good to come here and get to hug everybody and see everybody. I've changed a little bit since the last time you guys have seen me. 2 years ago, I called Marty and Jennifer and told them that I was transgender and asked them to call me Jordan. And I was nervous about it, and Marty basically was like, how can I support you? And that's the kind of support, that's the kind of inclusion that we should get from everybody. And that's what the Office of Diversity and Inclusion does. And they do such important work, and it means so much to so many people. You guys do such important work, and it means everything to so many people. I'd like to give a round of applause to you guys. You guys do an amazing job, And I appreciate you, and I know that there's a ton of people that appreciate you guys too. So thank you for this award. We love you guys. I love you guys, and it's awesome.
Thank you, Jordan. Before I turn it over to Jennifer, I'd like to recognize the many members of the corporate and community sector who have contributed to ODEI initiatives throughout the year. In particular, the Diversity Advisory Council. The Diversity Advisory Council comprises community and industry partners that support many of ODEI's goals and strategic initiatives, providing financial support, awareness, advocacy, and diversity and inclusion expertise. For more information on the council, please see your program brochure and be sure to visit the ODEI website. Now, welcome Jennifer Klunk, Undergraduate Program Administrator for the Johnson School and President of the Staff Council, for the next part of our evening. Jennifer will recognize our important employee resource groups before presenting the Staff Diversity Award.
And he used his own notes, so I'm gonna play catch up. Okay, thank you, Dr. Edgington. So, employee resource groups can benefit the culture within an organization and its bottom line. Many of these groups often start because an employee's need to network with other employees of similar needs and interests. These groups can also become a service model for the institution around recruitment of talent, morale boosting, retention, and professional development. To attract and retain a diversity of talented people at all levels, the ODEI needs to support activities creating a welcoming campus climate to promote and celebrate diversity at UT Dallas. Our 9 UT Dallas ERGs are as follows: Black Faculty and Staff Alliance, Latino Faculty and Staff Association, QUTD, UT Dallas Women ERG, UTD Counseling and Advising Network, Military and Veteran ERG, Universal Access ERG, Young Professionals ERG, and the Asian American Pacific Islander ERG. If you would like to have more information on ERGs at UT Dallas, please see the back of the brochure for comprehensive contact information. Otherwise, contact Rosie Peterson at 972-883-4560 in the Department of Institutional Diversity Initiatives. Traditionally, the Staff Diversity Award is given to an individual who demonstrates a commitment and appreciation for diversity and inclusion. Through action, education, and leadership, the recipient of this award celebrates multicultural values, promoting cross-cultural understanding, inclusion, and acceptance of individuals and group differences. I am pleased to introduce this year's Staff Diversity Award recipient, Aurora Becerra, Academic Support Coordinator. Currently, Aurora serves as VP of Staff Relations for the Latino Faculty and Staff Association. With the help of her fellow LFSA cabinet members, she spearheaded, sought funding, and organized the virtual appearance of best-selling Latinx author and poet Elizabeth Acevedo to speak to the UTD community during the Hispanic Heritage Month. She was later made the HHM 2021 kickoff speaker. In addition, she serves as a co-facilitator of the BLM Planning Committee and has co-led, organized, and executed multiple UTD community engagement programming centered on social justice and fighting racism and anti-Blackness. Furthermore, she serves as a member of the A&H Teach-Ins, a social justice and social awareness group on campus. They put on programs like the BLM Planning Committee, and Ms. Becerra has partnered with them on various occasions over the past 2 years. As an MPA student, she serves on the Graduate Advisory Council for EPS, guiding the dean on the betterment of the school from a student perspective. Overall, her mission in life is to better the world through social justice programming centered around diversity, equity, and inclusion issues. As a leader, she is very effective in elevating the voices of marginalized individuals and minorities who do not receive the attention or support they deserve. Through her leadership, she wants to make a lasting impact by raising the consciousness of injustice within the UTD community and beyond. Aurora?
Well, hello. Good afternoon, evening. We'll call it that. It's been a long day. I have a few people that I want to thank. I think as we all can agree, social change and diversity initiatives don't happen in a vacuum. It takes a village. And so with that said, I'd like to thank my family, my husband, who is here, right over there, thought at the dessert table, but he's not, he's over here. My family, my friends, Dr. Sabharwal, Dante, Diana, Raul, Destiny, who's no longer here at UTD, but was awesome. Dr. Wissinger and Suzanne, all of which are here today, and the many mentors who helped guide me in doing this kind of work. Finally, I'd like to dedicate this to my father, who sadly passed away during the COVID-19 pandemic. He is my inspiration and the reason I fight for change every day. He studied to be a human rights lawyer. Thank you, Dad, and te quiero mucho y siempre. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Aurora. That was beautiful, all of those wonderful recognitions. The final award of the evening is the Inclusive Excellence and Intercultural Teaching Award. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Ravi Prakash, professor from the Department of Computer Science, Collegium No. 5 Honors College, to present.
Thank you, Dr. McKay, and good evening to you all. The Inclusive Teaching Diversity Award is presented annually to a UT Dallas faculty member who distinguishes themselves through activities and actions that contribute to diversity and inclusion at the university and in the broader community, state, and the world. This award is presented to a UT Dallas faculty member whose teaching exemplifies the university's ideals of creating a classroom culture free from discrimination. An inclusive classroom in which all students are free to question, discuss, and express their feelings and beliefs. Teachers nominated for this award create classes where students can master course content while learning to respect and interact productively with those whose backgrounds, thoughts, and customs differ from their own. Student statements nominate all candidates. These teachers create positive learning environments for all students, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, national origin, or socioeconomic status. The Inclusive Teaching Award is thereby awarded to Sean Carraher. Sean completed his PhD in 1992 at the University of Oklahoma after finishing his Master of Business Administration at the University of Cincinnati in 1988 and his Bachelor of Business Administration at Florida Atlantic University in 1987. Having taught at several different universities in his academic career, he came to UT Dallas in 2014 to join the organization's Strategy and International Management Department of the Naveen Jindal School of Management. Today, he is a clinical professor of OSM at UT Dallas. Sean was named the Oxford Journal Distinguished Research Professor in 2011 and a founding member of the China Association for the Management of Technology in 2003. He serves as vice president of this organization, Cambridge Academy, and a director of the Small Business Institute. He is a fellow of the Academy of Strategic Management and the Academy of Entrepreneurship. Moreover, he's an editor of 8 academic journals in business, including senior editor of the Oxford Research Encyclopedia of Business and Management. In research, he has 265 papers with over 18,848 citations. That's a huge number. Summary data includes an H index of 74, which basically means more than 74 of his papers have received more than 74 citations. That's a lot, again. And a G index of 134. He's mentored students at UT Dallas who have produced over 3,000 papers, with 800 of those shown through external presentations. Sean.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That I guess we only have a couple of hours left for this. That, you know, when you have a professor here, you know, you've got to expect to have, you know, some nice lecturing. That often when I would teach classes here, that, you know, they'd officially let out 9:45. The main individual who coordinated my nomination, we would often actually be here up past midnight, you know, with a variety of individuals talking about research and other topics. And it's actually appropriate that we're in this building. You know, UTD is building a lot. The reason that I and my family moved to the University of Texas at Dallas is actually because of my lovely wife, who is back there next to Sean Haas. She is a construction auditor, and the University of Texas at Dallas has the #1 internal auditing program in the world in internal auditing. And she came here. Thank you. Yeah, she came here to study in that program, and the first building that she got to be the individual who oversaw the construction auditing, well, the main one here, was this one. And so she got to work. She's very familiar with lots of things that most of us wouldn't necessarily be familiar with about this building. And, you know, I also have a number of individuals, you know, that I would like to thank that, you know, mentioned 3,000 papers by UTD students, and over 800 have been presented externally at places like Oxford University, Cambridge, Harvard, MIT, that I actually wasn't supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be elsewhere, but I was going to fly in just for this because I've been teaching at the university level for 34 years, and I've received lots of external Outstanding Educator Awards. This is the first time I've ever received one from, an internal university teaching award. So I'm very appreciative of that. And Dean Percool just led the School of Management to successful reaccreditation with the ACSB, which is our major accrediting agency. With that, with mentioning how many citations I had, fortunately I was number 4 in terms of the academic impact that I had based upon that report. Now, the 3 other individuals were also actually in the same area as I am, but I'm the only one of them who is a clinical professor, so I focus on teaching and trying to help individuals, learn and do research. One of the awards in terms of SIAD Business School and being named one of the top 50 outstanding global business educators, one of the other 50 is also here because Dean Percool was also one of those 50. And he got to come to Oxford University for the first time and receive that award. Talking to his wife at a Christmas party the next year, she said that the next time we went, she wanted to go along because he had had such positive things to say about Oxford and the conference. He also had previously received the John Fernandez Distinguished Leadership Award, which is the highest award a dean of an ACSB accredited school can receive. That actually he received the first semester that I came, that I ever saw his nomination for that award. And the last award, I think, was in 2021. And then also I tried to, we were going to, with the China Association for Management Technology, we're seeking to host the conference here and at the UN General Headquarters because, most individuals, actually including myself, really didn't know what CAMET does. It's a go-between for the United Nations and the Chinese federal government when it comes to technology. And so we were going to be at the UN, and I was going to try to get President Benson an award and Dean Percool an award at those as well. Unfortunately, that conference ran into a little problem. There's something called COVID, maybe a few people have heard of, which is one of the things that I do research in terms of dosing for COVID and looking at that. Let's see, what else? I'd like to thank my wife, who actually is a native Texan. Unfortunately, I'm not. I was born when my father was getting his PhD. And my sons both are natives of Texas, I believe 12th generation Texans going back to 1831. And both are attending UTD. One was going through freshman orientation just today, and the other's transferring in as a junior. But it's a great honor to receive this, and as the award indicates, regardless of what your background is, I believe you can do research, you can make a contribution. You do research actually while you were in here deciding what food to eat. That was research. So there's some food you might not want to eat. There's others that you might want to eat, your choice of clothing. I have some people who ask, am I colorblind? The answer is no. Now, from Sean Haas, I got a nice collage of pictures back there, which some of them, even I would kind of question if I might be a little questionable when it comes to color. You know, but in all areas, you know, whether you're talking about racial backgrounds, whether you're talking about sexual, religious backgrounds. So for instance, I have a niece that her wife got her pregnant. And so they're supposed to have a child now, I think just prior to Christmas, sometime in December, or November, December, something like that. And her wife, previously husband, came out as trans, I think it was April? Okay, yeah, my wife is nodding her head. Yeah, so we didn't know until April that he was trans, and then the next month we find out she's pregnant. And my wife and I actually come from different religious backgrounds. She works with a Hispanic group at St. Mark's Church. She is very good when it comes to singing, playing piano, all sorts of things like that. Let's just say I'm not going to be singing. I'm not going to play any instruments for you, but I am very appreciative of this award, and you know, with the changes that President Benson is making, you know, the university can have a very bright future. You see that not only have my students participated in terms of presenting research, they've also actually raised money for it. The largest amount, I believe, came out, we've had over a dozen projects. The largest one was of those dozen plus projects was over $122,000. Thanks once again to Dean Percool. That he would do a very good job in terms of helping us and matching. And then also we actually had some other organizations willing to match as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's give another, just a hand clap for 34 years of service. He deserved a little extra time. We would like to say congratulations to all our award recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure serving as your host this evening. Please welcome Dr. Pearson back to the podium for closing remarks.
I decided to cut out a little of the transition time this time. And I probably should have taken the long walk after that meal. See if I can get situated here without knocking your water over. So first of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Makaye, for serving as our host tonight. Can we give her a round of applause? Dr. Makaye, Laura, Chris, all of our advisory board members, I had the first meeting with them this past spring, and just the energy and the enthusiasm and everything they brought to the table it just did something within me. So I'm really excited to get to partner with people like you, all who are making such an impact. I'm supposed to have a token of appreciation, the script says. Thank you. So we want to present you with this token of appreciation for being here. and it reads, the University of Texas at Dallas Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion presents this to Dr. Alicia Makaye for serving as host in recognition of your commitment to the goal of diversity at UT Dallas. And it's at the bottom, it's inscribed 2022 Diversity Awards Honoree Dinner, Shining the Light, Promoting Inclusion Through Unity. There have been many contributions to the UT Dallas diversity, equity, and inclusion goals this past year. And tonight, it was really exciting to see and to highlight some of those significant accomplishments. Can we give another round of applause to all of our honorees? Thank you. We would also like to just pause to thank the people and organizations who have contributed to this year's event. A special thanks to AT&T's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Division and our Diversity Advisory Council member Mohammed Farshori, for donating the door prizes. Round of applause. And again, recognizing our Diversity Advisory Council and our prominent leaders from the local community and industry partners who helped make this event a success. They support the university's goals and strategic initiatives, guiding financial support, awareness, advocacy, and diversity and inclusion expertise. We'd also like to thank Vanessa Randall, another member of our Diversity Advisory Council, and Clark Randall, who also donated door prizes, and Dr. Makaye gave the teaser. I see nobody left. So somebody wants to see what that last door prize is, so thank you to the Randalls for that. And lastly, there is a small group of very committed individuals who made this event possible. Our Institutional Diversity Initiatives Department has exactly, you ready for this? 2 staff members. One is part-time. And they provided the leadership to make this happen. Now, I'm gonna recognize all of the staff members first. So can we, if you're able to stand, if you're part, and also let me back up, 2 staff members outside of our student staff, because the student staff are really critical to making this possible. So student staff members, as well as our regular staff members, if you're able to, if you would just stand and be recognized. You all are absolutely amazing. And one thing that I really love and value about UT Dallas and about ODEI is that we're a family. When one part of the family needs help, everybody jumps in. And so can we have our other ODEI team members to stand, if you're able to, just let us recognize you for supporting this event. Helen, Ashvia, all of you. Thank you. And now, this is what I'm going to ask everybody else to do, if you're able. I want you all, because this woman likes being in the background. She doesn't like a whole lot of hoopla of celebrating and honoring her, but I can't not do it. So can we all stand, if you're able, and give Mrs. Rosie Peterson a round of applause? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? All right. Really, Miss Rosie, you know, she told me from day one, my job is to be in the background and to help make ODEI successful. And she does that phenomenally. And I just cannot let that go without recognition. So I appreciate the human being that you are. And I appreciate everything you do. Now I got to find my place back in this script. All right. I think this part is it. After this event, you'll receive an email to complete a quick survey about your experience here tonight. And we hope that you will take the time to do that because we do value your feedback and we'd love to hear and see your thoughts. So with that, I will say thank you again for your time this evening. And I will turn things back over to Dr. Makaye and see what this next gift is.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pearson. And I just want to thank the UTD family. This is an extension of an extended family to me. My office is very close to UT Dallas. And so I have the pleasure, and from the bottom of my heart, the pleasure of serving this university to the best of my ability. I'm very busy, but anytime UT Dallas calls, I come. And I'm so honored to be able to serve in this capacity. So I just want to thank y'all for recognizing me. Thank you, Dr. Pearson. Thank you, Rosie Peterson, so much for just basically giving me a safe place to come and be Dr. Alicia Makaye. Thank you so much for that. So now, without hesitation, we are going to spin the wheel again. I know you are so nervous. Dee, if you want to make your way back up to the stage, because we have a last and final door prize to give out for tonight. So on the count of 3, I want everyone to say spin. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's see who the lucky winner is. Suzanne. Miss Suzanne is the lucky winner of a $100 gift card thanks to Vanessa and Clark Randall. So congratulations.
Thank y'all so much for a wonderful evening. We are now going to listen to the jazz band, but you are free to basically congregate and to, wait a minute, one moment.
Can I please have all the honorees for a group photo up here in the front? I'm so sorry. Back over to you.
Okay, now, honorees to the center. The rest of you are free to enjoy the jazz band. Please socially network with your family, your UTD family. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.